Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Sekai Podcast. I am your host, Ichigo, and I am joined with the amazing.
Mikan here. What's up, guys?
Join us this week as we sit back and discuss Housing Complex C, also known as C Danchi. Hey guys, welcome back to Anime Sekai Podcast. This week we are wrapping up our Freaky Fridays by sitting down to discuss Housing Complex C. We're finally at the end, guys. It is the end of October. November is wrapping itself around the
It's right upon
corner.
us. Oh, so
Halloween
sad.
is in the next couple of days.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
It's gonna
Time
be
went by
fun.
so fast.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us actually for our Freaky Friday theme. This is something new that we are testing out. So if you really enjoyed it, let us know. If you have better horror anime that you think we should watch for next year, give us a list because we would
We need it.
thoroughly
Hmm.
enjoy a list. We need it. So this week we're going to be talking about Housing Complex C, also known as C Danchi. And we're just going to jump right into it. So, for those that have not seen this anime, we will be giving out spoilers. Hopefully, not too many spoilers, as this show only has 4 episodes. And just a quick synopsis is this story centers around Kimi, who lives in a small, low cost housing complex located in the seaside town of Kurosaki. Trouble seems to follow her everywhere she goes, and horrific incidents begin to occur. Is it an ancient evil stalking the residents of Housing Complex C? Starting off, I didn't really like this anime. I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm sorry.
Starting
I
off strong
I'm sorry.
with the
It
feels.
did it did not leave that good of an impression on me. I'm wondering why we decided to even review this anime for Freaky Fridays, but it's considered a horror, frightening, suspenseful type animes, and it's October and it's
Hmm.
Halloween season, spooky season, so why not? Um,
It seemed unusual. Like it, and it looked scary from like the pictures we saw and everything.
mhm.
I really thought it would be super creepy, especially because it was so short. But mm-mm,
I
mm-mm.
didn't know it only had 4 episodes.
Wait, how did you not
Looking it
know?
up.
Really?
Well, looking it up, I was like, "Oh, this must be continuing or they've paused it." And then everywhere I went, it was only 4 episodes. So I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, it's only got 4 episodes. So this is a really
Oh,
short anime."
okay, so you didn't
Like,
expect it.
no, I wasn't expecting it. And
Oh,
that explains the pacing of the show because
yeah,
there's only 4 episodes. This show is extremely rushed.
it is. They needed like twice as many episodes just to explain
Yeah.
certain things. They did in the end for the most part, but it was just absolutely ridiculous. It
It
just
was at the very end. They
yeah.
threw it all at you. It was almost like they forgot the original storyline and then just
Yeah.
regurgitated a bunch of mess.
It
I'm
was kinda like,
sorry.
"Oh, wait, we didn't explain anything. Okay, let's explain it right now in this little paragraph and then be done with it." But
Yeah.
it didn't work. Thing was, I felt like
I
it had potential,
it did.
especially when it
It did
started.
have
Potential, especially with the
potential.
number of episodes. But that ending, they really messed it up. They messed it
It
up.
fell short. It
Mhm,
really did. I was not, and like you said, the images of the anime, if you Google it, it looks creepy. It's got that creep
mhm.
factor.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't even know that they were on an island just based on the images alone. Like that type of apartment
Uh-huh.
complex
Yeah.
and the way that they had the imagery for the 2 girls standing in the hallway. I honestly thought they were in like a big city, maybe like Tokyo
I
or something
see.
like that, but or even on the outskirts of Tokyo in like a haunted area, and it's just like a like small rundown apartment complex
Mhm.
that was haunted. I honestly
That was
thought
haunted,
ghosts
yeah.
were involved. Maybe
Same,
the
that's what I thought too.
Yeah, I thought ghosts were gonna be terrorizing the
Yeah,
people. No,
people
it
have
was they didn't even explain who was terrorizing the people. It was basically just horrific scenes.
it was
Basically
ridiculous, yeah.
a apartment complex full of elderly that are
They're, like, living
I
a
don't even
happy, quaint life, basically, up until these new people come in. And the thing
well, and
was
even then I was like, this is a elderly apartment complex, like only seniors live here. Where does little girl come from?
well, it wasn't technically, like, the people happened to be elderly, but they did have some younger people, like the dude who was a hikikomori and his mom,
But the mom
um
was technically considered elderly because her son was an adult. Her son was an adult
mhm.
hikikomori. It would be different if he was like high school and the mom was younger. I think the mom was kind of in
But she wasn't
age
that
with
old.
everybody.
No,
Well,
all the other people were, like, grandmas. They were, like
either way it goes, in my
but she wasn't
head,
that old.
yes, she was not that old, but she was still older.
Mhm.
They didn't list how old these people were, but I would say everybody there is at least 60 plus
Yeah.
for the elderly people that are living in the apartment complex. 60 plus. Then you've got this little girl who is very energetic and she wants everybody to get along and she just wants to have fun with the people living there and it I'm sorry.
I thought she was gonna be, like, taken over. Like, after she saw the dog, right? The dog in the first episode when
Mhm.
and she freaked out. I feel like after that, she had, like, a bit of a change. I thought she was, like, possessed,
By a
you
ghost,
know?
right? Like there was a
Mhm. Or
ghost
something
going
like that.
around taking people out and that
Yeah.
she
Like
yeah,
a
when she saw
vengeful
the dog
spirit.
and freaked out, I was like, "Oh no, the ghost has got her." Guys, y'all, there's no ghost in this story
No.
whatsoever.
'Cause, like, the second time around when she's holding the dog, she's laughing, and she's making kinda, like, fun of it, like, so I was like, "Oh, she's a different person now," but no. I don't know. It was
The
just what the heck?
story is like we said, this show only has 4 episodes. And in each of the episode, they don't necessarily go through to explain what's going on. The first thing you see in episode 1 is that there is an ancient civilization who are worshiping a kami of the area, and then 2 girls die. And no, it's one
One girl
girl
gets killed,
dies
yeah.
and the other girl starts screaming
Mhm.
and everybody else turns to moss or dust or whatever it's supposed to be. And then it jumps immediately into present day in that area, and there's a guy who is talking about the past. And
Mhm.
then Kimi joins in and it's really like, okay, so there's no explanation between the past and the present. So I am going to just sit here and assume that this is the same area where these people are worshiping the
It took
kami
place. Yeah,
that took
where everything
place.
happened, yeah. And I thought, like, the
And
people would be basically the ghosts or whatever, the vengeful spirits that were haunting that place would take over their bodies and,
or
Kimi would be
even
the girl or something like that.
yeah, that's
And then Yuri would be
honestly
the girl who
the other
died.
girl.
Mhm.
No, let me tell you
Halfway through, I
something.
thought it
It's
was
just,
Kanchan who was I was like, "Oh, is it
yes.
Kanchan then, the one who protected her?" But no, they just
No,
no.
well, and I think it made you think that way because when it jumps from the past scene, it jumps into present day and it's quick, but the 2 girls are running from Kanchan. and they're like
Yeah.
screaming and running away from him. So you're like, okay, he the one that's taking everybody out. He's either
Yeah.
possessed by something or he's a serial killer and
Yeah.
he's come
Yeah.
to get rid of everybody.
Mhm.
That's not how it ended. I watched the show twice and was still confused. Like,
Yeah.
what? At the end, I just sat and I was like, what did I watch? What in the world did I watch? And I
Mhm.
watched it twice. I mean, it's only 4 episodes, so you can easily get it done. You can watch it twice easily in one day. And the second time I watched it, I was even more confused.
Yeah.
So basically, there are elderly people in Kimi living in the apartment complex. One day, a group of foreigners and their quote unquote caretaker slash employer
I think
moves
so,
into
yeah.
the apartment complex.
Are they excavators? I wasn't sure what they were. I think
They didn't really explain what they did. In my translation kept saying interns, and that's what how I would translate it too, is that they
interns.
were interns. Like they were almost like paid interns, but they're coming over to Japan to get experience to do a job in
Yeah.
their home country, is my
Yeah.
understanding.
I
But the
actually
residents don't get along with them.
no.
They don't get along with the Japanese people. And then everything just starts to go downhill as soon as the foreigners move into the apartment complex. Everything
Mhm.
just
Just
quickly,
gets
very
messed up.
quickly, just gets
Yeah.
messed up.
I mean, they're dead animals. There's like random fish and it's moss. Like what
Hmm.
what is there was just too many things,
It was too many
random
things
things.
going on at once.
And it just doesn't it didn't pull it together, way too rushed. Like I would understand if they just picked one thing, and went with it, like the
Hmm.
moss or the fish or what was even the fish people? I was just like, where is that coming from?
So the fish people, it was explained in the very last episode. The
Yeah.
fish people are supposedly the quote unquote worshippers
Worshippers, yeah.
of the kami of that land, I guess. That's the
Yeah.
only other way that I could describe them because
That's what they were. But it was so
and
out of pocket. I was just I
it
was
really
like,
was. It came out of left field.
they didn't do anything though. That's the thing. They just
Nope.
showed up
Well, they didn't
and
even
what
show
left
up. You
fish.
just saw
You
you
just saw
just saw
glimpses
like a
of them.
little fish man with his tongue sticking out halfway climbing up a rock and you're like, "Where did you come from?"
Yeah. Also
Nobody
the
turned
first
into the fish people.
Yeah. Also the first episode, Kimi was looking out over on the roof and she saw them, like a glimpse of them. And I was
I
like,
might
"Oh,
have
that
missed
girl."
that part.
Yeah, there was like one very quick scene. She's on the roof, and before Yudi's coming behind her. She's like, "Oh," she's looking through, and she's like, "Oh, optical illusion." And I was like, "Oh, that girl got
Uh
problems. There's something wrong with her." That's why I thought she got possessed at that point. I was like, "Oh no, she's just like hee hee, weird fish creatures."
I think honestly that would have made this show more interesting, but the main thing is the first 3 episodes felt like fillers,
Yeah,
and then the last episode was like the main story. It
that
was
was the
so
entire
quick.
story.
Then all of a sudden everybody died. And
Exactly.
you find out Kimi is technically the kami of that land.
Yeah.
And then she gets mad
That
because
Yuri and her family came in and ruined everything, the 2,000-year happiness she was trying to relive. But I'm just like,
yeah.
where where did that come from? Suddenly
And then she turned everybody into moss people, which that I was really trying to figure out. I was like, okay, so the moss people were actually the deceased people of
like the
the
yeah,
housing complex. And she turned them into moss so that you don't see their
their
bodies.
bodies, yeah. She wanted to keep this happy, weird thing going, and
So you turn them
therefore
into moss people?
yeah,
You
I
see what I'm saying?
I don't and the thing was, she has the power to kick those people out, I'm pretty sure, and yet
She did.
she kind of was like, "Oh, but I wanted to see what you guys would do, but I'm bored now." I
Yeah. When she said that at the very
wha
end, and she was like, "I'm bored now." So, basically, just to go back a little bit, because I don't wanna give too much detail, because this was the last episode is really where, like, the horror, scary
Yeah,
stuff happened.
blood and guts,
So, it
body
was
parts.
if you're squeamish, don't watch it. I struggled watching it, but I kept my eyes open.
But it's fast, so it's not
It
that
was
bad.
quick. Yeah. So the caretaker of the foreigners, that family are supposed worshippers of a different kami,
Mhm.
and they are basically trying to take everybody else out as a sacrifice.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that, but I mean, obviously nobody would, but it, it was really weird because the whole family was trying to basically put themselves in this portrayal of we're a happy-go-lucky family. We just want everybody to get along. And then boom, last episode they all, without warning, turn crazy and start killing people.
Yeah. Well, apparently they were
And
crazy to start with, but, like, still, where did that
well,
come
and
from?
Yuri was like, I can't wait to like chop you up. And I was like, bro, this little girl,
Yeah. She had
somebody
some
take her
problems.
out.
But also the fact
Everybody had problems.
Yeah, also the fact, though, that Kimi knew from the beginning, and she was just like I was just I
You guys bored
it
me. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna wipe everybody out except for Khan. He's the only one that survived. I was not feeling that ending. I didn't
Mhm.
like how all of a sudden she was the kami of that land, and
Yeah.
she was just like, "Look, I'm gonna reset everything." Boom. Just, now the story has restarted. And Khan is still has injuries. Like he still had
Yeah. Yo,
crowbar injury
this
to his
poor
side. His
man,
head
for
got jacked
real.
up. He had a
Knife in
knife
the
in his
hand,
hand.
like, man, this poor man, he just was trying to get a job out here, working hard, looking out for a little girl, like, what man, they did him wrong. I'm just sitting there like, "What?
Yeah.
Okay." Honestly, he was the
Sorry.
only person I cared for at the end. I was like, "I don't care about nobody else. Kanchan, I'm glad you survived." The other dude, what is his name? Something with Rue something, the guy who left, that was the smartest man, okay?
Ruel? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, "Nah,
He was
this is getting too creepy, it's time for
mm-mm.
me to go."
He was
But
like,
I'm
"Nope."
trying to figure out if he's the one who left, right?
Yeah.
They never did show any of the other
I don't know
people.
what yeah, I'm
So,
wondering what happened to everyone.
did they go back with him or did they just end up becoming victims? I'm curious to know.
I think they
I guess we'll
probably
never
became
know, but
victims, yeah.
for the end of Freaky Fridays, I was not impressed with this show at all. It was rushed.
It was
And I
weird.
kind of felt like, yeah, it was rushed, it was weird, and I kind of felt like we should have watched something else.
I feel you. I feel you.
Like, I could name at least 4 to 5 that we should have watched in this place
What which
instead.
which ones would you recommend
I
instead?
for spooky season compared to now, if you're interested and you wanna go watch the 4 episodes of Housing Complex C, Be My Guest, I personally wouldn't recommend it, sorry, I didn't like it. I
You're not
mean, I
missing
commend
anything.
it to the animators and the people that made it, thank you, but any other anime I would recommend that is, like, scary, spooky for Halloween season, if anybody is interested. Vampire Knight,
Okay.
Higurashi When They Cry.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic.
That one's real gory, but I watched it. It was good.
That's so surprising.
Um, Tokyo Ghoul,
Okay.
maybe, yeah, Tokyo Ghoul. This one is a cutesy one, but it's weird, and I think I was telling you about this. We probably should have actually reviewed this for the last Freaky Friday for our last Freaky Friday, but Happy Sugar Life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, anybody that has seen that,
Mhm.
is cute, but it is also ooh, it takes a real dark turn, very,
I need to
very
watch
dark
that.
turn.
That's on my list.
It's I watched it and it was good. I watched it when it came out and I was like, "This was a good anime." But
Oh.
there are some suggestive themes in there. I
Uh-huh.
think that's also another
Like
reason why I
controversial
wanted
things.
to.
I did,
Yeah,
yeah, see that.
there's a couple of controversial scenes, I guess, that surround that anime. That's why
Yeah,
I avoided it. But if you guys want us to do a review, we will do a very
we
light
will.
review
Yeah,
of that
we might do one
anime.
in the future. Oh, Jigoku
Who
Shoujo?
knows?
Another
Jikoku Shoujo.
great one. So
That's
good.
the one we should have done. Ah,
Amazing.
I love
There's
it.
so much to talk about with that one. There is just it's phenomenal. I absolutely love that anime. Another one, which you haven't seen, or you have, but I think you forgot it. Shiki.
I have seen that one. It's been a
Do
while
you know the
though.
story though?
No, it's been that long.
It's not that scary. I would say it's not that scary for anyone, but I just love the characters. It makes you like think about your own morals and what you would do in those
Mhm.
situations, and I really like that.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I would also say, um, Paranoia Agent.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yes. So somebody actually requested that we
Mhm.
watch Paranoia Agent for Freaky Fridays. Shout out to you. Thank you. We really appreciate it. I'm
Thank
sorry we
you.
didn't get a chance to get around to Paranoia Agent, but
I've seen it.
we will watch
I've
it. I
seen
promise you. I haven't
I'm
seen
gonna
it.
yeah.
So,
We're gonna get Ichigo to watch it, and we're definitely gonna review that one day because that one is a brain twister in my opinion.
well, I know it involves a little boy and a bat on roller skates. That's all I
Yeah,
know.
the
That's
image
the
they
main
have,
character.
yeah.
Yeah, but thank you so much. We really do appreciate the recommendation. Our bad we didn't get a chance to do it
We didn't
this
get to it.
time, but we probably should have did it instead of Housing Complex C. So
Probably, yeah.
thank you again. We do really appreciate it. Appreciate the love. I just named 5 that we could have did instead of this one. I mean, honestly, if you like that anime, that's great. It wasn't for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't for
It
me.
was
Let
not
us
for
know
me.
though, because I really wanna know, like, you saw something that we didn't see, or let us know, because I would really like to know from somebody who actually really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I wanna know, like, what they think. So let us know.
Yeah, if we missed something, explain it to us
Mhm.
because
Yeah,
trust
'cause
me, I watched it twice and I was still
she tried.
confused.
It had so much potential, though, it really did.
There was a
I
lot of things not explained in this
No, there
show.
was a lot. I mean, granted, it was 4 episodes, but still, they really spent the first 3 doing nothing. Like, honestly, they did they didn't do any work till the 4th one, and I'm just like, what is going on?"
Sorry, guys. Last Freaky Friday was not it.
Not ending on a high note, but it's okay.
Not ending on a high note. But we did at least hope you enjoyed. This episode was pretty short, so we do hope that you enjoyed this episode. We really appreciate your support. If you guys are interested, please follow us on our social media pages, Instagram and TikTok at Anime Sekai Podcast. We will most definitely catch you guys next Friday for a brand new episode. And we hope you
Yay.
guys really enjoy next week's episode, okay? We will catch you guys next Friday. And we thank you so much. And we hope that each and every one of you listening to this episode has a safe and happy Halloween spooky season. We
Mhm.
hope you and your
Get your
families
candy.
stay safe.
We hope you guys like this Freaky Friday theme. We should do more themes.
Yeah, let us know what other kind of themes you guys would like to hear about. We have a couple of ideas already for you guys that you will hear later on, but let us know what themes you want us to
Mm.
cover. Do you want us to do a shoujo only theme? Do you want us to do a shonen only theme?
And tell us what
What do you guys want
animes
to
we should
hear?
watch. Mhm.
Yes. If we do these themes, let us know what anime you want us to review for the themes.
Yeah. Thanks again, guys. We hope you
Thank you
enjoyed.
guys so much. Yes. Have a great and safe Halloween. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.